Welcome back to our heroes of M-Kom and Operation Flying Ring.
Central, Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site. Strike 1 is awaiting drop clearance.
Copy that, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage hostile targets. Watch your backs out there, people.
We're clear to engage, but I have a few things to say first. So I wasn't sure whether to continue the series without waiting for more feedback, because usually I'd wait, because right now it's Friday morning. This episode is set to go out on Sunday and there's like no real rush, and by Sunday I'll have released like episodes 4 to 7 or 8 without getting any feedback. But though you can't quite see it from this start position, this is the ice cream shop map, and Ice Cream Sunday is just too good an episode name to pass up, so I want to get this mission done. But yeah, I'd love absolutely any feedback you'd be willing to give me, like even leave it in the YouTube comments. Like that's the level of desperation I'm at here. So like anything you like about the series, anything you want to see more or less of, even if you're just like annoyed that your soldier hasn't showed up yet, like literally anything. So anyway, that's enough pandering to start a video. We have an ice cream shop and a suspiciously adjoined bar to save, although that looks more like a thing, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. This is it Stuttgart? I can't remember. It was yesterday I recorded that last mission. So we have Cheeky as an engineer. I've forgotten the entire team. CSM, Yosef, Darth Lurtz, Gob, Shamed. I'm liking this team. So this is the ice cream map and the bar, the coffee shop. The easiest way to deal with this map, straight on the roof immediately. The only real way to get on the roof from this side is, you can kind of see it. Indeed, that's the route we'd have to take. Because the problem is, there's not enough good cover down on the sides of the map. And there's reasonable cover inside, but there is a wall here that doesn't have any doors through it. We'd have to blow up that wall, and we can't do that reliably yet. So we're going to move up, take this car up to the roof, and then hopefully we'll get some kind of indication of what we're dealing with before then. Do we have battle scans? We do. I'm going to move CSM up the furthest.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for. Now this has to be a trap. Meld right here. Our first canister. We want to make sure it's not a trap. Because that's what Long War does. It mobs specifically. Yeah. Yeah. A pod of 3 floaters right beside the meld. We've got no good cover to engage from. They might patrol into us next round. We do not have a Rocketeer. So we certainly don't want to move anyone past CSM, because CSM would have been right on the edge of activating them. We're going to move Yosef here because he needs the cover to fire from. Nobody else really needs to cover that much. Cheeky can come round as far up as possible for activating, because he needs to get close to throw grenades.
Yes,
As this is the first turn, I expect these floaters will be patrolling, whether they go left, or our left, or whether they come towards us. We've got no real way of telling. Darth Lurtz isn't going to hit anything on Overwatch. Oh, we do have a Rocketeer. Of course, Cobb's a Rocketeer. Right, we're fine. We are fine and dandy. If these guys don't move, they are dead. If they move, we could be dead, but you know. Because remember about the scatter, once Gob has steadied that rocket for next turn, there's a decent possibility of him being able to hit all 3 floaters if they don't move. They probably will move. I don't necessarily want to move any further down the road, but this is how hard up for cover we are. So, let's go. Right, we are fine. Might as well put Lurtz on cover. Lurtz is the one with high aim, is he not? Yep, 72 aim. That's very good for a rookie. Might as well overwatch everyone just in case. Sectoids. These guys have stayed still, which could be amazing. Right, 1.6 scatter, that's not necessarily going to kill them from that range. Does he have heat warheads? He does. What I could be tempted to do, because the Shredder rocket has a far larger radius, I could be tempted to do that. But then the Hail Mary of doing more damage I would rather have to only concentrate and get multiple hits on one floater than have to deal one hit to each of the 3 floaters. So we're going a proper Hail Mary shot here. If only I'd moved Gob up a few more squares. Hopefully this won't hit the meld. Oh! I've got a new favourite. I've got a new favourite. And Gob climbed up onto the car just to get that. Because he is a beautiful man and we can just AP grenade this last floater. So I will be moving, for example... Actually no, I'm going to move Cheeky up first and foremost. Just to make sure we can get that grenade. I'm going to even move him all the way up to here. Hopefully there's going to be no more activations. Just so we can get the closest in he possibly can. Make sure we get that AP grenade. We now have control of the situation. We can take whatever pot shots we want. Of course, there's also the possibility of missing this shot, hitting the meld and destroying it. If this was vanilla, that would definitely happen, no question. As it is, in Long War, it's a lot more difficult to destroy. A lot more difficult to destroy environmental objects. We can move in out of cover because we're not going to activate anything else. I can just about guarantee that we're not going to activate anything else. So these guys can fire with impunity. Cheeky can finish it off. Oh, that is... What a turn! What an exceptional turn. Let's move up slightly.
Aye, Commander. On my way.
Aye, aye.
And we grab the meld next turn as well. I knew it was a good idea to start this mission just now. So the floaters at this early level, they'll be our greatest threat.
That?
That's what we've brought Rocketeers for. Sounds like owning sectoids out there. This could be a short episode. More meld down this alley. So Cheeky can move forward. How much meld is it going to be? I'm going to guess 8.
Been secured.
13! Oh, I wish I hadn't guessed now. That's quite bad. Because the amount of meld in canisters you get depends on... I'm not sure exactly what it depends on, but it's either the alien... I think it's the aliens' level of preparedness and the aliens' level of resources. Not necessarily compared to your own resources, but that could also be a factor. So anyway, Darth Lurtz is in a good position to move up to the roof. He's going to move first and hope there's nothing else on here. He's not going to move to the sides to make sure he doesn't activate anything down this side.
Moving.
So if there's nothing up here, we can move everyone else up. No need to sprint for cover until next turn, where we can say, hey, this is all actually clear. So who else can get up there without sprinting? Oh, they can sprint, just not further than Darth Lurtz at the moment. Gob can start moving up. Even Cheeky can sprint up there. We'll do him last. See, Shemt has to sprint up there, so that's actually fine, as long as we don't go past our Pathfinder. I like the name Pathfinder for a troop that moves first, but Pathfinder is an actual class. It's what happens when you turn a scout into a mech. Now, by moving up here, Cheeky could activate, could he? He could. We can see that meld as well, so Cheeky's just going to move up to here.
Heading to that location.
We do need our engineer front and centre,
Solid copy.
but not at the risk of putting everyone else into trouble.
Got my eyes on. Got it covered.
They've slammed through a door. It does sound like there's 2 pods of sectoids, but they could have other things with them. So they've slammed through a door. It was, I'd guess it was a door round here. Is that a thing of meld? That's more meld over there. We're probably not going to get that. So do we have any more battle scanners? I remember taking quite a few. Maybe I only brought the 1. That's fine. It was just, you know, they're always handy to have. I'd have chucked a battle scanner down here. It would have seen through the glass windows. So Lurtz can move up. we might get this meld after all, because as you can see, there's nothing on this roof. We can sprint forward with impunity. And then next turn we'll activate, or we might activate, we will go up to one of the sides and poke our heads out, have a look.
Time to motor.
As it is, just making sure not to go anywhere near the edges.
Let's do this. Solid copy, Commander.
Affirmative.
Cheeky went round the wrong side of the car there, but it's a risk I shouldn't have taken, but it's a risk I don't really care that much about. So hopefully nothing comes up the ladder, no sectoids, because we've got nobody on Overwatch. Now we're right in the middle, we get a better idea, so they are definitely off this side of the building.
There's something out there.
Can we have a rookie go straight for this meld? Without sprinting, is that a sprint? I can't tell at the moment, but it does sound like the sectoids are right in this area. Where's Cheeky? How close can Cheeky get? Cheeky can get perfectly close. We just want to line up a shooting gallery here. We don't necessarily want to do it this time. That is a sprint to there, but what CSM can do... Who's the best option for this? It's not Darth Lurtz for sure. Right, CSM's the best option. Jump down, get the meld, come back up. He will activate anything on this side probably. He'll activate anything down here. But it's meld, and people have been saying, meld, this is problematic, oh no. So enemies in sight.
Got it. They're shifting their attack.
So, they are all lined up there. I don't think there's any way to get up on the building this side. The only ways to get up on the building are this ladder, and is there... No, there's only this ladder. So against sectoids, we are completely fine. I think there might be another pod in the darkness over here, so we are not going to jump down just yet. We are going to prepare though. If CSM could get into some better cover, where he could still have eyes on them, I would take that in a heartbeat, but he doesn't. So he's going to come back just to here. Because we've seen the entirety of this area, there's nothing here, we can take this lip. And by standing here, he does prevent people sprinting up after him. Similarly, I want someone, it's probably just going to be Yosef. I want someone here, I want someone here. Because jumping down, if you jump from that square to that square, you'll be able to see it and you won't trigger Overwatch. Whereas, if you jump down from here, and that's not cover, if you had to jump down from here and run into cover, you would trigger Overwatch, and we don't have any scouts on us. So I think it's worth the risk enough to move someone over here.
Moving out.
And we can say let's go over here as well. Yeah, sure. And the other three will prepare for a flank on the other side. And we're going to do something similar on this side. So we want someone to jump down from there, but we don't want to take the lip just yet, so we will go here. It's ashamed to jump down there next time. Again there. So Cheeky can come there without being able to see over the side of the building. And Gob can come way over here. We are on course to get the third cannon meld as well.
Roger that.
This could be an actually perfect mission. I was really asking for a dodgy activation there as well.
Roger that.
So, everyone prepare.
Scanning.
And listen out for the sectoids. I hear a lot of running. There is a mind merge going on here. There's a sectoid there. Gob can move down here and probably have a flank on this sectoid, and he wouldn't get overwatched. Similarly, Eosif, he can come all the way down here, get a good shot off, and we can still crossfire with the rookies over this way. The problem is if there is indeed another pod of sectoids here. So I am not going to drop Shamed down. I'm just going to move Shamed to the edge.
Affirmative. I've got a visual.
There we go. And all those plans to drop down, they would have just been ruined by that pod. As it is, Gob can maybe get a snapshot rocket off. It's not something I really want to do. How far can Cheeky throw a grenade? That's the question that needs an answer.
Heading to that location.
The answer is... you can throw it far enough. This should hopefully catch the car on fire. It's not going to anywhere near kill the sectoids. Is the car on fire? That's the important question to answer here. It's not. That's annoying. That's really quite annoying. So Cheeky is in some trouble then. Gob cannot fire a rocket, but we should... indeed, we've got good chances to hit. Shamed can suppress each of them. Gob can't get across at the moment. Indeed, nobody can. We're prepared for... what Gob's going to do is smoke. That leaves Shamed as the one to get a shot at, which isn't particularly ideal.
Heading to that location.
Not ideal, better than what we have, unless smoke can cover them all, but it can't. We definitely need to cover Cheeky. If we could cover Cheeky and Shamed, it would be perfect, but there's a problem here. I think, as you can see, all three of those guys are highlighted, but the radius of the smoke grenade isn't necessarily the radius that the smoke grenade actually protects. I suspect that if we did throw the smoke grenade so that it technically covered those guys, there'd be a chance all of them are covered, but XCOM works in squares. That circular radius is a nice visual representation, but it's not necessarily what the smoke's going to cover. So what are we doing? Shamed might just suppress the big guy. We've got an SMG, 72%. I'd rather take the guaranteed kill if it hits. It didn't hit anyway.
Negative damage.
What's Shamed's chances to hit? Because he doesn't have very good aim anyway. So that's not worth taking.
Come on.
Suppress the big lad. Now, there are two sectoids accounted for down here. There's one here, there's one here. Without knowing where the third one is, I don't want to jump down on this side, because the third one could very easily be around here. I'm not going to do the cheaty check where CSM can move to. I'm going to move Darth Alerts up, and that'll... oh yeah, I had smoke, of course, of course.
Moving out.
CSM has an important job. He's like the guy on a medieval siege. If people put ladders up, CSM just knocks them down.
Got it covered.
Nearly Overwatch with Yosef. It might be what... Cheeky's the main guy we have to protect with this smoke grenade. He is getting protected anyway. Actually, because Shamed has moved to his left, we can't actually smoke him now anyway. I'm just going to make sure these two guys are smoked. If Shamed gets hit through suppression, then Kamichi was going to be a better bullet wizard gunner than him anyway, to be honest. To be perfectly honest. We could move Lertz into the smoke to give them a juicier target. Because Lert's less likely to be hit, but he has less health, but then Cheeky's already up there anyway, there's no... But then I'd rather lose a rookie than I would lose an engineer. But then, who would save us in the base defense if not Darth MVP Lurtz? So yeah, let's leave him back. Please don't die. Please don't die. Take a drink of water so I can spit it out when someone dies. You were suppressed. You were never doing anything. It's the mind merge guy we have to worry about now. Go for Lurtz. Oh, he's going for a psi attack. Now, Lurtz is pretty much useless now. Meld gone. We were so close, yet so far. Gob can rockets, and he might as well. It's a bit of a weird one. So, I'm aiming here because there's a large scatter because he hasn't steadied his aim. But anything in this area will shred those two sectoids. So that's why we're biasing our aim up here. There's no chance to hit all three of them with a shredder rocket, of course, because there's cover separating them. Yeah. What else is Gob going to do? Take another 72% chance? Yeah, let's just go for it.
Rockets away. Firing shredder rifles.
Bad decision.
Target.
Bad rocket, bad decision. Oh, and because Cheeky is mind frayed, it's like he's been suppressed and he cannot throw his grenades as far. What we can do, Shame could heal if we really wanted to, but we can. We're just gonna make a shooting gallery now.
Heading out.
Between the assault carbines, between having an infantry, between being able to suppress. Indeed, if we take out this guy, who's mind merging this guy, we might take both of them out at once. So Darth Lurtz is going to go for exactly that. Straight up. Oh, come on! Come on! What is this? Yosef, do your country proud. Right, it doesn't kill it, but it has damaged it. Cheeky, all he can do is really take that 32% chance. Ah! From missing two 99% in a row, Cheeky is kind of making amends. Might as well move Shamed into the smoke. There's no rush now, that meld is gone. So we'll just keep suppressing this sectoid. There's still that earlier pod of 3. I don't know where they are. In a few turns it's possible that they could come up this ladder, of course. I suspect they're still just down here though. Yep, CSM.
Oh yeah.
Just reload. This guy shouldn't be able to do much.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
We can just stay up here shooting. It's probably the safest option while we've got suppression. Do we have suppression? Does he have enough ammo? He still has enough ammo for suppression. We've not seen anyone come round to this ladder yet. If the sectoids absolutely sprinted, they might soon be able to come up this ladder. So Lurtz, you've got the highest aim of all the rookies, but you're not actually going to kill him. So Yosef, go first. Yosef's the person I least want these kills on. But with our poor damage at the moment, we're not that likely to kill him in a single shot.
Weapons empty, can't engage.
So that leaves Lurtz with a 50-50.
No longer a
Perfecto. So now it's gone quiet, but we've still got those 3 sectoids right below us. We're going to start spreading out for the exact same SWAT style jump down I was talking about earlier.
We're green to go.
Everyone can reload. Cheeky is still going to be hallucinating from the mind fray for quite a while.
Okay. Let's rock.
And he only has 3 HP now.
Roger
Let's
that.
move Shamed up here to get line of sight down this. Oh, hello! Bad move by me. Oh, no! That was lucky. I knew they were probably around here, but I didn't expect they'd have easy line of sight like that. And we've gotten very lucky there. 66% with a saw that would probably kill. but it leaves them vulnerable to fire. So I'm just tempted to suppress.
Come on.
The important thing is keeping our guys alive through these early missions. There's no rush.
Eyes on the prize.
He's probably going to shoot. He shouldn't really hit.
Incoming fire.
I hope that didn't take out the cover. We can't see just yet. Alright, it's a shame it has like enough ammo to shoot but not to suppress this turn. So he will ultimately take it. We could guarantee a kill on that sectoid pretty much with a grenade. It would probably destroy his cover. Might kill him outright. That leaves the other two sectoids. We don't know where they are. I don't necessarily want to jump down with Gob before I know where they are. But it's looking like that might be our only option. CSM can jump down here. Get full sight.
Heading there now.
Without getting overwatched and have an easy way to retreat. There is an overwatch still inside there. CSM can deal with it with a flashbang. Where's the other one? We have guys lining this wall, we still can't see them. So Lurtz can get a flank without taking overwatch fire, it looks like.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We're jumping everyone else down. But we still don't have eyes on this last sectoid. Let's take it, see if we can save the flashbang. Or no, let's not. I really need to know where this last sectoid is. That's the bottom line here. Is it possible for them to be inside here? I suppose they could be in this very back corner. Well, I know they aren't because I just did the scan by mistake. I'm just looking for dark areas that we can't see. It's possible that the sectoid is miles away by now. Could have started sprinting from the very start. There's no way to get in there without activating the overwatch. Could move to there without activating the overwatch, in fact. Probably. So yeah, gob on you go, son. Oh, there's that last one. So we're in a reasonable position. I think Cheeky will grenade this turn, because there's a chance of blowing up this cover as well. So just come on Cheeky, do your worst. We don't care about that. We could destroy the cover of that. If we had Sapper grenades, this would be such an amazing grenade. Even without Sapper, amazing grenade. Everyone damaged, everyone out of cover. Even CSM could probably help out from here, yeah. 73% chance on that guy. We want Lurtz and CSM hoovering up the kills here to level them up. So take that 73. Unless they have covering fire, these shots completely take the safe.
X-ray neutralized.
Take the safe, safe to take. Yosef can't actually help us out on this turn anyway. So 79 on both guys. So let's leave this guy till last because Shamed can see him.
Nailed it. Empty. Can't engage.
We need to level up a gunner more than we do a rocketeer at the moment. This has been a perfect mission. I started saying that before I seen the 96% shot hit, which was a bit of a risk. But regardless, Operation Flying Ring, we have returned from Stuttgart completely victorious. In a mission where there was no real risks, nothing. Well, Cheeky took a point of armor damage from the mine tray. But, in the grand scheme of things, that means literally nothing. Come on, staff team, lay it on me.
Our troops really came through on this one. I'm glad everyone made it back safely.
Thank you very much, Dr. Inst. So no promotions for Gob and Yosef. I'm quite surprised at no promotions for Gob because he did decimate that pod of floaters early on. But regardless, we just need to start getting people up to Lance Corporal. I think Corporal is where a lot of classes begin to come into their own. I'm thinking Sniper. I'm thinking... no, not so much Engineer. Infantry, for sure. So, Specialist Cheeky. We'll get the much vaunted Sapper. I'm not sure if I've talked about this before, but rapid reaction, there's no Overwatch, there's no Opportunist. Smoke grenade, you can build them up. I swear I've talked about this before. So sap them, no question. And shamed. Shamed, as a gunner but with low aim, is going to take holo targeting. Now this is part of like a complete build that's called a bullet wizard, where you don't actually shoot directly at guys, you just suppress them and then apply damage, you apply shredder, you apply holo targeting to a whole bunch of guys at once. They're really useful, but they take a while to actually become useful. So for now, Shamed can just pick up holo targeting. He's on his way. We'll promote Darth Lurtz and CSM later. 27 meld. See, this is why I wasn't that too concerned about getting the meld, because I knew one good mission for us, and we're rolling in the gold stuff. So Germany, deeply grateful. We've got some more cash. Panic reduced in Germany. We've got a large enough bank of credits, so I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so we're back. I've had a quick check around. We've got plenty of cash, got plenty of dosh on the table, so I'm just going to excavate this next steam vent, because you might as well. We've got so much money, and I was going to excavate this, but we've got 2 slots here to build workshops in. We can leave that excavation until later when we really need it. So we're just gonna scan on. Lovely. I've always got sectoid corpses. Oh dear. So medium UFO with, I think we've got 3 interceptors at the moment, and they're all on 0 kills. I don't think we can reliably take this down. I don't want to just leave it, but I don't think we can reliably take it down. What I'm going to do, since we have enough money, and we're going to be putting up more satellites anyway, is finally start ordering more interceptors. I'm just going to go with the 1 for now, because this leaves us 285 credits, but what we have coming up is beam lasers in 4 days, which means we'll be ordering a lot of laser weapons. Am I going to do anything about this UFO? I'd quite like to damage it, just a slight bit.
Enemy is
I don't want to get blown up. I want just a tiny splash of colour. Guys, what is that? What was even the point of that?
Contact detected.
At least he's not going to be out for days and days. He's just going to be out for an hour while he's refueling. We might not even get a second chance of this. It might just fly off.
We have eyes on the
Right,
bandit.
this is our 1 chance to do a bit of damage to it. If I'd gone aggressive, I reckon I'd have just gone wrecked. All it really affects is chance to hit on both teams. Yes!
We lost the bubble.
I'll take that. No damage, a tiny bit of damage on the UFO. In fact, you know, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Nugget Clawson, I believe.
Bangs out.
Come on. Come on, Nuggets. Oh, we believe. Oh, we don't believe. We do not believe at all in the slightest. Right, there we go. You see the difference in going in aggressive? I don't want to waste the rest of my interceptors going after this when we've damaged it halfway. So we are just going to scan on. It might take down a satellite. Who knows? Speaking of satellites, we've got our first manually built uplink. You always get an uplink to start. But here's our first purpose-built satellite uplink that will give us space for 2 more satellites. 1 of 3 in orbit. We are going to finish building up the other 2 satellites before the next council mission, so we'll get more funding next month. Weapon fragments. I'll tell you what, 9 days I'll hold off until I see what advanced beam lasers needs. Because beam lasers doesn't unlock every single. See, this is why we saved our interceptors. Just go in, aggressive. We want the scouts taken down.
Engaging bogey.
Oh, beautiful. Great start. Finish it. Finish it. Thank you. Right, there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to have to note to accept that request once beam lasers is done, because otherwise I'll have long forgotten it. So, anyway, UFO number 7, again in Germany, a settlement. That sounds like the farm again. So, I'm going to gear up a team. And we are back with a gap in the team, because I'm just going to quickly show you the effects of fatigue. As you can see, this list is sorted by rank, so we've got Corporal, Viking, Garav at the top. The exception to this is injuries and fatigue, so if we scroll to the bottom, we don't have that many promoted guys available for this mission. Because they're all down here, they are all fatigued, Ray still wounded, of course. So I was looking to take a sniper on this mission. Technically, I could probably scan through and wait 24 hours and Ninja Cult would be available. But it's not really worth the risk. I'm pretty sure I could scan and take Yosef on this mission if I really wanted to. But there's no real point in that. You can wait on a lot of these missions. Some missions more than others. But as it is, we are going to take our third promoted sniper, who's going to be Shay. 69 aim. Again, no jokes please. Not particularly high will, not particularly high mobility. Perfect to be a sniper. And has that redone all? No, it hasn't. That's nice. So that is exactly what I wanted him to take. So this is our squad. Area of operations, a settlement for a UFO map. As far as I know, that does mean returning to the farm already. So again, for a UFO mission we have our assault. Again, Magical Trevor down on the farm. Rather than a Rocketeer, we do have Engineer Denny. We've got Legend of the Skies to run any Overwatch as a scout, he's back. And Shay as a sniper, brilliant on UFO maps. We have our rookies, Tribute and Ryozaki, to train up on this mission. So we are just going to launch off. Sky Ranger in flight. This is another German shoot down. And again, it's, you know, in Scandinavia. This is just, they come over Germany, they try and engage our XCOM pilots, and then we just shoot them down, and they are just running for their lives to the North Pole or wherever they come from.
Our target site is near the German border.
The farm? It's the other settlement that I never remember.
Like the UFO went down in a densely populated area within
It's not
the
that
city
densely
limits.
populated.
Let's just hope everyone on the ground stayed clear.
It's like one bar and grill, and there's, you know, a highway nearby. But otherwise, yeah, this is a fairly interesting map. A good mix of the openness of a UFO and a bit more urban warfare, depending on where you spawn. So next time out, we will be staying in Germany for Operation Devil's Mist. I'll see you next time.